Hi, everyone. Welcome back to A Higher Dimension. I'm Gloria Danvers from Gloria Danvers Hypnosis, and I'm your host. You know, when I'm doing these podcasts, I realize that it's not just all about the vibrational, completely spiritual aspect of your life. You and I, we live a human life, and the material things that we have to worry about are important in that human life. How we deal with them is important, and why we deal with them is important. So today we're going to talk about a subject that people talk about more than probably any other thing except sex, and that's money. Have you ever noticed how money can show up in your life, and then it just disappears like it got spooked? Like finally you get this little cushion, and then the car needs something. The dog needs something. The roof needs something. Your cousin needs something. The universe needs something, and suddenly you're back to zero. And I want to offer you a lens that's not the usual. And it's not budgeting. It's not discipline. It's not, well, just work harder. What if you're not bad with money? What if you're faithful? Faithful to a vow that you forgot you made. Not necessarily a vow that you said out loud, but a vow your system made in a moment of emotion, survival, loyalty, or spiritual morality. The charge we have on money is huge. Are we worthy or unworthy? Are people that don't have a lot of money inherently less important than those who do? And what is the difference? Not financially, but morally and spiritually. This is your programming, and like many other things that you've promised yourself in past lives, in this one, it can come down to one defining moment where you made a vow to yourself without even knowing it. When you have a vow running the show, money doesn't feel like a tool. Money feels like a test. Where's the pleasure? Where's the pain? Where is the safety? Where's the uncertainty? Who are we when we have money? And who are we when we don't? Did we do something wrong? Did we do something right? Again, coming back to the root, it's the money vow. And I'm sure you'd like to know what I mean by that. Let's define the money vow. Because I'm not talking about some dramatic movie scene where you stand under a full moon and swear poverty forever. A money vow can be a decision you made as a child watching adults fight about money, a moral conclusion that you absorbed from religion or culture, a quiet promise that you made to feel safe, a loyalty contract to family. Wealth equals a lack of commitment to God. Wealth is the whip by which you are driven. And when it comes from ancestry, childhood, or a past life, here's what matters. A vow is a spiritual rule that your nervous system enforces. It's not just a belief like, oh, money is hard. It's more like, if I have money, I become someone I don't trust. If I have money, people will take it from me. If I have money, I'll be punished. If I have money, I'll be alone. If I have money, I will turn into them. And vows don't care what you consciously want. Vows care what you pledged emotionally, what you pledged in the formation of the core of your being. And you remain faithful to those vows, never knowing the subcontext that is keeping you from ever reaching your abundance goals. Let me walk you through the most common vows that I see. And as I say them, just notice what hits your body. Number 1, I must struggle to deserve vow. This is the one that says, if it comes easy, it isn't real. So you work and you work and you work, and you can't relax into receiving. Number 2, the good people don't want too much vow. This is the spiritualized version of self-denial. Like wanting money makes you shallow, like abundance makes you bad. Number 3, if I outgrow them, I'll lose them vow. This one is big. This one is family loyalty. If I have money, my family will be jealous. They might even hate me. If your success changes the power dynamic, if it changes what you need to feel love, the vow says, nope. Staying small, staying safe, so I can stay included. Number 4, the money makes people cruel vow. You saw someone with money who was manipulative, controlling, cold, or abusive. I've seen over and over again in past life regressions. People reported to me that their wealth made them cruel, made them uncaring, and they had no regard for anyone. So in this life, they've decided that money is contaminated. Number 5, if I have it, it will be taken vow. This can come from childhood instability, betrayal, divorce, stealing, sudden losses, or just growing up where money never stayed. So your system thinks, why build a nest if it always gets knocked down? But here's the part that most people miss. A vow doesn't just block money. A vow often blocks capacity. The capacity to hold, to keep, to manage, to expand. And even deeper, on the metaphysical side, money is relationship. And I want you to think of money like a relationship. Not like a person, but like an energetic agreement. Because money responds to your identity, your permission, your sense of safety, your ability to receive without guilt, and your willingness to be seen. Money has a way of exposing what you really believe that you're allowed to have. And if you have a vow that says, I'm not allowed, your reality will keep proving it to you. Not because the universe is punishing you, but because your system is trying to stay congruent with the vow. So you'll see patterns like, I earn it, then I give it away too fast. I earn it, then I sabotage my business. I earn it, then I unconsciously create emergencies. I earn it, then I feel so uncomfortable I spend it to get back to normal. That's not just bad habits, that's homeostasis. Your system always tries to return you to what feels familiar, even if familiar is painful. And now let's talk again about the past life angle. This is a big one. Energetically, people carry imprints, old memory, old fear, old moral conclusions. And one of the most common past lifestyle imprints around money is a religious vow of poverty. For over 1,000 years, even longer really, when you committed yourself to the church, you took a vow of poverty. But you never released yourself. If you're a healer or someone in service, this is particularly powerful because you have a subconscious belief that you cannot make money from being in service to others, particularly in the spiritual capacity. Wealth equals danger. People who have that imprint may have nervous systems that respond to abundance like it's a threat. So they get anxious when things go well. They feel exposed. They feel like success is inviting something, like the evil eye. They can't enjoy it because they're bracing for the hit. And that imprint can come from literal experiences in this life too. Being punished for shining, being targeted, being resented, being used. So whether you call it a past life or early life, the pattern is the same. When money increases, safety decreases. And if you believe that money reduces safety, your system will choose safety every time, even if it makes you broke. At the same time, when money increases, safety can increase. But that's an uncomfortable feeling for someone who has spent their life struggling with abundance, because survival always beats comfort. And let's talk about the one that gets spiritual people stuck, the good person vow. A lot of genuinely heart-centered people have a hidden rule that says, if I have more than others, I'm selfish. If I charge well, then I'm taking advantage. If I want comfort, I'm not spiritual enough. If I have money, I should give it away. And listen, generosity is beautiful. But there's a difference between generosity and guilt-driven self-erasure. If you give because you're abundant, it feels clean. If you give because you feel guilty for receiving, it feels heavy. And here's the line that I want you to remember. Money does not corrupt you. Money amplifies you. If you're kind, money amplifies kindness. If you're a healer, money amplifies your ability to help without burning out. If you're a good person, money doesn't erase that. It can actually make it easier to be good because you're not living in survival mode. Do you wonder what your money vow is? Well, here's how you find it. I have a couple of sentences, and I'd like for you to just finish in your mind, and quickly without thinking too hard. If I had plenty of money, people would. If I had plenty of money, I would become. If I had plenty of money, I would lose. If I had plenty of money, I wouldn't be able to. Now, whatever comes up is usually the vow. And the vow is often protecting something tender, which is belonging, safety, love, identity, morality, and control. So instead of shaming the vow, you can respect it, because vows are usually created by the part of you that was trying to keep you safe. And that part of you thinks it's doing a great job. But that's not all there is. That doesn't mean the vow gets to run your whole life forever. Wouldn't that be uncomfortable? So how do you clear the vow? What do you do with this? Here are a few approaches that work really well, and you can pick one. Number one, you can renegotiate the contract. Say it out loud, like you're speaking to your own system. I honor why this vow was created, and I'm updating it now. And then name it. I release the vow that I must struggle to deserve. I release the vow that having more makes me bad. I release the vow that abundance will separate me from love. I release the vow that money equals danger. And replace it with something clean. I can be safe and abundant. I can be generous without being depleted. I can have more and stay kind. I can belong and still expand. Number two, cut the guilt cord. If you want a very metaphysical visualization, picture guilt as a cord that attaches to your money. Every time money comes in, guilt pulls it away. So you can say, I detach guilt from receiving. I detach fear from holding. I detach shame from wanting. And that's huge. Number three, build receiving capacity. This is the nervous system piece, and it matters. If your body can't tolerate receiving, you'll eject money. So start small. Let yourself receive something without apologizing. A compliment, help, a gift, someone paying you well, the easy win. And practice the sentence, thank you, I received that. Not thank you, but, not you didn't have to. Just thank you, I received that. You're literally training your energy field to hold. You can make money a safe presence. And try this. When you think about having more money, notice where your body tightens. Then soften that place and say, more money is safe for me. It's safe to be supported. It's safe to have stability. This isn't affirmations like magic spells. This is reconditioning the threat response. And now let me close with what I believe is the deepest truth here. Money is not just paper. It's not numbers in the bank. Money is permission. Permission to rest. Permission to choose. Permission to leave what harms you. Permission to build what you're here to build. And if money keeps slipping through your fingers, you don't need more shame. You need more honesty. What vow am I still obeying? Because the moment you see the vow, you're no longer possessed by it. And then you get to choose. Do I keep living by a contract that I made in fear? Do I honor the vow of poverty that I made centuries ago? Do I let myself be warped and manipulated by the programming I got from my parents about money? Or do I rewrite my relationship with money from the truth of who I am now? And if you don't take anything else from this episode, please take this. You can be spiritual and supported. You can be generous and stable. You can be kind and wealthy. You can have money and still have a soul. And your life, and your nervous system, and your future, and all your plans, they will thank you for that. Thank you for joining me today at a higher dimension. If you've made these vows, if you're struggling with your relationship with money, I can help you with that. Go to my website, gloriadanvershypnosis.com, and book a free consultation. Let's talk about you, what vow you might have made that affects your prosperity. I'm looking forward to talking with you. Now, until next week, stay high. Bye.